God says you will lose both God and Jesus if you skip this. You have only 30 seconds. God says, chosen one, do not skip no matter what. Open this message quickly. You need to hear this right now. This is not just a message, this is a lifeline. If you ignore this, you risk losing something so sacred, so eternal, that not even your tears tomorrow will be able to bring it back. I'm telling you again, do not skip. This is your turning point. If you leave now, you will walk right past your miracle. When I said you would lose both of us if you skip, I meant it. This isn't just a sentence meant to catch your attention. This is a heavenly alert, a divine alarm. There are battles in the unseen that are closer than you realize. Your breakthrough, your healing, your restoration, and even your protection are hanging in this moment. If you walk away from this now, you may unknowingly step outside the very covering I placed over you. I do not say this to control you. I say it because I love you enough to warn you. I have been watching you, not just in your moments of faith, but especially in your silent battles. When you cried and no one knew, when you smiled while breaking inside, I saw all of it. I've counted your sleepless nights, I've heard your whispered prayers, and I've held your heart in my hands every time it broke. You are not forgotten. You are not invisible to me. You are my chosen one. That is why I'm telling you, this is not just any moment, this is sacred. And skipping this could cost you peace you've been waiting years to find. Comment 1111 if you believe I am speaking directly to you. You don't even know how close you came to being destroyed by the enemy. But I stood in the gap. I held back what was meant to devour you. I shielded you in ways you didn't see, and now I'm asking you not to walk away from the very hand that protected you. My child, you don't need to understand it all right now. You just need to trust me. I am your God. I am Jesus. We are with you, but if you turn your heart away, if you reject this call, then you turn away from the very source of life. I do not need to beg you, but I long for you to choose me freely. I gave you my son, my only son, not because you were perfect, but because I knew you were worth saving. And yet, every time you delay your surrender, every time you say, I'll come back later, your heart grows just a little colder. That is why I said 30 seconds. Not because I'm counting time like a threat, but because time itself is a gift. And you are running low on the moments you think you'll always have. You say you'll get serious tomorrow. You say you'll pray next week. But what if tomorrow never gives you that chance? What if this was your final reminder before the weight of life drags you into darkness you can't climb out of? I love you enough to fight for your attention. I love you enough to stop everything in heaven to reach just one soul, and that soul is you. If you could see what I see, how heaven weeps every time you pull away, you would fall to your knees, not in fear, but in awe, because you matter more than you realize. There is a war for your heart. The enemy wants to sift you like wheat, but I have prayed for you, just as Jesus prayed for Peter. I have spoken your name in the courts of heaven. I have assigned angels to protect you. But none of it can force you to stay if your will decides to walk away. Every time you've been on the edge and somehow came back, that was me. Every time the road should have ended but didn't, that was me. And now I'm here again, not with judgment, but with open arms. But you must choose. You must answer, not tomorrow. Now, let me be your refuge, your provider, your peace. Let me restore what life has shattered. Let me show you who you are when seen through my eyes. I will not promise you that life will suddenly be perfect, but I promise I will walk with you through every fire, every storm, every valley. And I promise you this, if you truly stay with me, you will never face anything alone again. My presence doesn't remove pain, but it gives you power over it. My love doesn't erase every scar, but it transforms them into proof that you survived. And I have not brought you this far just to leave you here. I have plans for you, child. Plans to prosper you, not to harm you, to give you hope and a future. But the door must be opened by you. I knock, I wait, I call, but I will not force. That is the respect I've given your free will. You are not an accident. You are not just one among millions. You are my beloved, my chosen. I have set my seal on your soul. And even now, though the world pulls at you, though distractions scream louder than my whisper, I still call your name gently. But if you skip this now, if you keep ignoring my voice, you may find yourself wandering further than you ever meant to go. Is it possible to attract money by simply speaking some miraculous words? This 9-word script, verified by Harvard and 6 neuroscience labs, proves you absolutely can. People are using it from their couch and reporting unexpected bank deposits, cleared debts, and upgraded lives. It takes less than 30 seconds, but this secret won't stay online long. Click the description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. Do not let the noise of the world drown out the sound of your Father calling you home. I am the God who parts seas. I am the Savior who walks on water. I am the one who raises the dead and heals the broken. And yet, I bend low to whisper to you today. Stay. Just stay. Open your heart. Hear me out. Because there is something coming that you are not prepared for unless you are walking with me. Like this video if you've ever felt like you needed God to speak directly to you and no one else was listening. I want to give you more than answers. I want to give you peace. You've been carrying too much for too long on your own. That's why your soul feels tired. That's why even rest doesn't restore you. Because what you need isn't sleep, it's surrender. Lay it all down. The fear, the guilt, the regret. I will take it all. I will trade your ashes for beauty, your mourning for joy, your confusion for clarity. But you must let go of what's killing your spirit and hold on to me instead. You haven't gone too far. You haven't messed up too badly. You haven't missed your chance. As long as your heart is still beating, I'm still reaching. But my child, I will not always strive with you forever. There comes a time when the window closes. That is why I speak now with urgency, with love that sounds like thunder. Because I would rather shake your world than lose you to it. You are chosen, you are loved, you are protected, and the enemy knows it. That's why the attacks have increased. That's why confusion has grown. Because he is scared of what will happen when you finally realize who you are in me. But do not fear. Greater is he who is in you than he who is in the world. I have already won the battle. You just need to stand with me. Stay close, stay covered, stay chosen. Comment 222 if you trust this is your moment. You have no idea how close you are to everything changing, but the change won't come by your strength. It will come through surrender. That's why this isn't just a conversation. This is a calling, a holy interruption. I am not just trying to make you feel better. I am trying to make you free, real freedom. The kind that isn't based on circumstances or temporary emotions, but rooted in me. You've tried everything else. You've leaned on people who failed you. You've trusted situations that collapsed. Now I'm asking you to trust me fully. Comment 333 to declare your faith in this moment. There is something holy about a person who says yes to God even when they're broken. That yes can shatter strongholds. That yes can shift the direction of your family for generations. And that's what this is about. This is bigger than you. This is about your children, your legacy, your future. The enemy wanted to silence your voice so that your bloodline would never know freedom. But because you're still here, that curse is being reversed. What broke others before you will not break you. You are standing at a divine intersection where the past loses power and the future gets rewritten by grace. You've been asking for answers. You've been begging for peace. I know your prayers, even the ones you didn't have words for. I caught your tears like rain, and I heard your silence louder than the world ever could. That's why I sent this word. Because I am the God who sees. I am the God who knows. I am not distant. I am not passive. I am the one who sits closer than your own breath. And my presence is with you right now, whether you feel it or not. You have to understand, my love for you isn't based on what you do. It's based on who I am. And I am love. I am mercy. I am patience. But I am also holy, and I will not be mocked. I will not be treated like a backup plan or an occasional escape. I want your heart, not your performance, not your image, your heart. Because from your heart flows everything else, your words, your choices, your direction. And right now, your heart is tired, worn out from pretending to be strong. So let me carry it. Let me carry you. Do not make the mistake of thinking this is just another message online. That would be a tragic underestimation. This is a divine lifeline, a rescue rope, a voice calling you out of the pit before you sink any deeper. There are some choices you've made, or almost made, that were about to take you somewhere dark, but I am pulling you out. I am setting your feet on solid ground, and I am giving you a new chance, not because you earned it, but because my grace is still greater than your guilt. If you've been waiting for a sign, this is it. If you've been praying for confirmation, this is your answer. I am not late. I am not absent. I am not done, and neither are you. You may feel like you've been buried, but I tell you today you've only been planted, and what I planted I will bring to life. You will grow again. You will rise again. You will laugh again. Because I am not just the God of survival, I am the God of resurrection. I gave my Son not just to forgive your sin, but to destroy the power sin had over you. Jesus did not stay on the cross. He did not stay in the tomb. He rose. And because he lives, you will live too. But not just exist, not just survive. You will live in purpose, in power, in peace. But you must let him in, not halfway, not with conditions, fully. Jesus is knocking at the door of your heart, not as a stranger, but as the Savior who gave everything for you. Will you open? Comment 555 if you're ready to surrender and receive what I've been trying to give you all along. What if everything you've been taught about money is a lie? A hidden 9-word prayer buried in a classified FBI report is now helping thousands attract wealth without lifting a finger. Scientists say it activates a 150 million-year-old part of your brain that controls abundance. Harvard-backed, lab-tested, life-changing. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. This battle you're in right now, it's not just physical, it's spiritual. That's why it feels so heavy. That's why you can't fight it with logic or routine. You need my spirit. You need to armor up. The enemy doesn't fear your strength. He fears your connection to me. Because when you walk in my spirit, you walk in power, and no weapon formed against you will prosper, not because you're untouched, but because you're unshaken. Remember, you are not fighting for victory. You are fighting from victory. The cross already declared it is finished. The blood already sealed the promise. Now you must walk in it. You must believe what I said, even when your feelings say otherwise. Faith isn't always loud. Sometimes it's just refusing to give up when everything inside you wants to. And that kind of faith, that kind moves mountains. You may think you're too weak, too far gone, too broken, but the very thing that disqualifies you in your eyes is what I will use for my glory. I choose the weak things to shame the strong. I use the broken things to build the beautiful. So don't let shame silence you. Let grace speak louder. I'm not looking for perfect vessels. I'm looking for willing ones. Are you willing? I'm going to do something in your life that won't make sense to others. But it doesn't have to. They weren't there when you cried in secret. They didn't see the nights you wanted to give up. But I did. And now, I will reward your faithfulness, not because you did everything right, but because you didn't quit. You stayed, you hoped, you waited, and now the season is shifting. You're stepping into something new. And I don't mean just physically, I mean spiritually. I am awakening your soul. I am realigning your steps. I am breathing new life into your dry places. Where there was only fear, I'm planting courage. Where there was only chaos, I'm speaking peace. And where there was loss, I'm bringing restoration. This isn't the end. It's the beginning of a story you never saw coming. You've been surviving for so long, you forgot what peace even feels like. But I haven't forgotten you. I never stopped watching. I never stopped caring. I never stopped loving you, even when you stopped loving yourself. You need to hear this loud and clear. I still want you. Even with the mess, even with the doubt, even with the failures. Nothing you've done has made me change my mind about you. You are still my child. You are still chosen. You are still under the shadow of my wings, and I am not giving up on you. Comment 1212 if you know you were meant to hear this. Some days you've felt like no one sees you, like you're just going through the motions, existing but not really living. You've been smiling on the outside while breaking apart silently, but I've seen what others missed. I've heard what you were too afraid to say out loud. And I want you to know your silent pain has been the loudest prayer in heaven. Every night you cried. Every time your heart ached. Every moment you said, God, are you even there? I was. I am. And I always will be. You've been walking through a wilderness season, but that doesn't mean I've abandoned you. Sometimes I allow the wilderness not to punish you, but to prepare you. You've been stripped of things, not to harm you, but to free you. You lost some people, not because I didn't care, but because they couldn't go where I'm taking you. And what's ahead for you requires more than comfort. It requires clarity. You can't walk into your next chapter carrying dead weight from the last one. That's why I've been pruning. Not to destroy, but to build something new. You're being refined, you're being purified, and though the fire feels unbearable at times, it's shaping you into someone the enemy can no longer manipulate. You are being made unshakable, and when you come out of this, you won't even look like what you went through. The scars will still be there, but they'll no longer sting. They'll just tell the story of how I brought you through. I know you've been questioning everything. I know sometimes you feel like giving up would be easier than holding on. But I'm asking you to trust me, even when you don't understand. Trust me when the doors close. Trust me when the answers are delayed. Trust me when it feels like you're standing still while others move forward. Your path is not their path. And what I'm building in you is deeper than what's seen on the surface. Comment 777 if you believe God is still working behind the scenes. There are blessings with your name on them. They've been delayed, not denied. And if you could see what I've kept back from you for your own protection, you would thank me for the times I said no. Some things didn't work out not because I failed you, but because I was saving you from a greater fall. I know the full picture. You only see a piece. And while you've been asking me to open certain doors, I've been guarding your heart from walking into traps dressed like opportunity. You're asking me for breakthroughs, but I'm also asking you for obedience, because what you're praying for will require you to trust me when it gets uncomfortable. I cannot bless what you're unwilling to surrender. I cannot move where you keep blocking me with pride, fear, or stubbornness. Lay it down. Not just the sin, but the control. I want your whole heart, not just the parts that are easy to give. I am not only the God who lifts, I am the God who heals. And I want to heal what broke you years ago. That rejection, that betrayal, that moment when everything shifted and you didn't even realize it, that wound you buried deep, I want to touch it. Let me into the pain. You've hidden it so well from the world that even you forgot where you put it. But I see it clearly, and I won't force my way in. But if you invite me, I'll heal what you thought could never be whole again. Why are neuroscientists obsessed with a 9-word sentence? Because this sentence, spoken once a day, is turning financial stress into sudden blessings. More than 19,000 people have already used it to erase debt and unlock a life of wealth, freedom, and peace. The results are so powerful, some believe it's divine. If you're seeing this, you're lucky. The page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. This is the kind of restoration that goes beyond the surface. I'm restoring your identity. You are not who the world says you are. You are not defined by your worst day. You are not what they did to you. You are who I say you are. Redeemed, chosen, loved, forgiven, called, and covered. You are a warrior, and even when you feel weak, I am your strength. You've never walked alone, not even once. Do not despise your process. It's not punishment, it's preparation. I'm building endurance. I'm teaching you how to stand. I'm maturing your spirit so that you no longer crumble under pressure. Because what's coming requires resilience. The blessings I'm preparing aren't fragile, and you can't be either. I'm forming in you a faith that doesn't depend on feelings, a trust that doesn't shake when the storm hits, and a praise that rises even in the dark. I know what you've been carrying. The mental exhaustion, the heaviness in your chest, the feeling that you're falling behind while trying your best just to hold it all together. I see it. I see you. And I didn't bring you this far just to watch you fall apart. I am the God who finishes what he starts. I'm not done with you, and nothing the enemy has done can stop what I'm about to do. Even now, my spirit is hovering over you, breaking the lies that told you you're not enough. That said, you'll never change. That whispered your prayers don't matter. Those lies are being silenced, because my truth is greater. And my truth says you are loved with an everlasting love. My truth says I have plans to prosper you. My truth says even when you walk through the fire, you won't be burned because I am with you. You've questioned why things happened the way they did, why the timing always felt off, why doors shut when your heart was wide open, and I'm here to tell you, nothing was wasted. I use everything, every heartbreak, every delay, every failure. All of it is being woven into something beautiful. You don't see the tapestry yet, but I do. And one day, you'll thank me even for the things that once broke you. I have waited patiently for you to slow down, for you to stop scrolling, to finally pause long enough for me to speak. And now that you're here, my child, I will not let you leave empty. You've been giving pieces of yourself to everyone, trying to be strong, trying to hold it together, trying to smile when your heart was tired. But now I'm giving you my peace, not the kind the world gives, not temporary relief. I'm giving you the kind of peace that calms the storm inside, even if the storm around you keeps raging. Comment 999 if you're ready for the peace only God can give. You've been asking me to change your situation, and I hear you. But first, I want to change you. Not because there's something wrong with you, but because there's something greater in you that hasn't been fully unlocked. I've placed gifts inside you that pain tried to bury. I've placed strength in you that trauma tried to silence. And now, I am awakening what's been asleep. The time of delay is over. I am moving, and I want to move through you. But you must let go. Let go of the lie that says you have to earn my love. You don't. You never could. My love was set on you before you were born, before you ever got it right or wrong. Let go of the fear that keeps you from trusting me fully. I know you've been let down before. I know people failed you, and now it's hard to open your heart, even to me. But I won't fail you. I never have, and I never will. The battle you've been facing isn't just physical or emotional, it's spiritual. The reason it's been so heavy is because the enemy sees where you're headed. He knows what's coming if you don't quit, and that's why he's tried to overwhelm you with confusion, fear, anxiety, and distractions. He's tried to convince you that I'm silent, distant, uninterested. But the truth is, I've been with you every second. I've been carrying you when you didn't even know it. You've been through so much that sometimes you wonder if I still have good plans for you. Let me make this clear. I never changed my mind. I still have purpose for your life. I still have doors to open, favor to release, and healing to pour out. But I need your full yes. I need you to trust me, even when nothing makes sense. I need you to believe me, even when the delay feels like denial. I am not late. I am perfect in timing. What I start, I finish. Comment 1010 if you believe God is still working, even in the silence. Do not let the waiting fool you. Just because it's quiet doesn't mean I'm not working. Seeds don't make noise when they break open under the soil. Transformation is often silent. Growth happens in the dark, hidden seasons. But when it's time, everything will bloom. You've been buried in situations, in disappointments, in trials, but I tell you today, you haven't been buried. You've been planted, and your time to rise is near. There are people who walked away from you, and you thought that was the end. But I allowed them to leave because they were holding you back. Some left because they couldn't handle your calling. Others were removed because their influence would have polluted what I'm doing in you. It hurt, I know, but I did it to protect what I'm building through you. You'll thank me later, not just for who came into your life, but for who didn't stay. I am purifying your circle, refining your path, and clarifying your vision. Because where you're going, not everyone can come. You were never meant to blend in. You were never meant to shrink to fit what's comfortable. I called you to stand apart, to walk in power, to live with boldness. And that boldness is coming back. You will not live in fear. You will not live under the weight of shame or anxiety. I am restoring your confidence, not the kind that relies on pride, but the kind that comes from knowing who you are in me. This banned wealth signal was hidden in a government vault for over 70 years until now. It's a simple 9-word brain trigger used by elites to attract unlimited money while the rest of the world struggles. But the moment too many people see this, it could be deleted. Click the link in the description and comments before it's taken down forever. You are not weak. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. You are chosen. You are marked. You are mine. and no weapon formed against you will succeed. That's not just a promise for easy days, that's a guarantee for the storms too. I will shield you. I will go before you. I will fight battles you never even knew existed. You have been covered by my mercy more times than you can count, and I'm not done covering you now. I know it's been hard. I know some days you've begged me to take the pain away. And while I haven't removed every storm, I have never left you in one alone. I'm not the God who watches from a distance. I'm the one who gets in the fire with you. Like I was with Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, I've been walking through the flames right beside you. That's why you're still here. That's why the fire didn't consume you. I'm calling you to trust me on a deeper level now, not just with the easy parts of your life, but with the hidden places, the wounded areas, the questions you're too afraid to ask. Bring them all. I can handle your doubt. I can handle your confusion. What I want most is your honesty. I don't need performance. I want your heart. This is your moment to come home, not just emotionally, not just in words, but fully. Come back to me. Return to the one who created you, who knows you better than anyone ever will. I have more for you, more healing, more freedom, more joy, but you must release what you've been clinging to. The past cannot hold your future unless you let it. When I said you'll lose both of us if you skip, I wasn't threatening you, I was warning you, because I saw what was trying to pull you away, the lies, the distractions, the shame. And I knew that even one more step in that direction could unravel the protection I've kept around you. You are closer than you think to the edge of a breakthrough, and you're also closer than you realize to falling back into what I already rescued you from. That's why I'm speaking this way. That's why heaven is pursuing your heart so strongly right now. Because this moment is not small, it's eternal. There is a weight behind your story. Your life carries purpose that goes beyond your job, your name, your plans. There are souls tied to your obedience. There are generations connected to your yes. You might not feel important right now, but what I've planted in you carries eternal value. And if you walk away, if you give up on me now, the enemy would love to chain you in regret. But I am the God who restores. I am the Father who calls his children back, not with guilt, but with grace. Comment 1515 if you feel God pulling you closer right now. You've survived things that could have destroyed you. Do you know why? Because I intervened. I stepped in, even when you didn't call on me. I stopped things behind the scenes, redirected paths, closed doors that would have led to destruction. And even in your darkest hour, I kept you breathing. I kept your heart beating. Not because you were lucky, but because you are loved. Fiercely, completely, unconditionally. You've questioned your worth. You've looked in the mirror and wondered what value you even hold. You've compared yourself to others and felt less than, not enough, broken. But I never saw you that way. When I formed you in the womb, I called you good. I placed my spirit inside you. I called you mine, and I do not make mistakes. So stop treating yourself like you are one. The world has lied to you. People have hurt you, but I never lied, I never left, I never changed. My love has been the one steady thing when everything else fell apart, and that love is what's speaking to you now. I want you to remember who you are, not based on your past, not based on what others think, but based on my word. And my word says you are redeemed, you are forgiven, you are royalty. You are a temple of my spirit. You may not feel strong, but strength isn't in your feelings, it's in your foundation. And I am that foundation. When you stand on me, no storm can destroy you. The winds may come, the waves may rise, but you will not drown. Because I don't just calm the storm, I step into it with you. I never said you wouldn't face hard times, but I did say I would be with you in them. And my presence makes all the difference. Comment 1717 if you believe God is not done with you yet. There's a deeper place I'm calling you to now. You've heard my voice before, but this is different. This is personal. I want to dwell with you, not just visit. I want to lead you, not just be your backup plan. I want to be your first thought in the morning and your last peace at night. But I won't force my way in. I wait to be welcomed. And that door of your heart, it has only one handle, and it's on your side. You must open it. I know it's hard to trust when you've been disappointed. I know what they did, what they said, how they left, and I know how you blame yourself for some of it. But I want to take the weight off your shoulders. I want to carry what you were never meant to hold. Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. That is not a soft suggestion. That is a holy promise. You weren't made to live like this, exhausted, anxious, empty. You were made to live in my presence. There's a sweetness in surrender that you've yet to taste. You think giving me everything will hurt, but it will heal. You think letting go means losing, but it means gaining more than you ever imagined. When you release what's in your hands, you make room for what's in mine. And my hands are not empty. I'm not withholding good things from you. I'm waiting for you to trust me enough to receive them. Can just saying 9 words daily actually make money flow into your life? A top neuroscientist says yes, and the FBI accidentally confirmed it. This forgotten prayer is now transforming ordinary people into debt-free and financially free for life. But this secret won't stay online long. Click the link in description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. You don't have to clean yourself up first. You don't have to fix everything before you come. Come messy. Come unsure. Come tired. Just come. I will meet you where you are, and I will carry you where you can't go on your own. That's what I do. That's who I am, the Good Shepherd, the one who leaves the 99 for the one, and today you are that one. You've been seeking signs, and I've been speaking all along, through open doors, through closed ones, through unexpected delays, through your own restlessness. It was me, gently guiding you, whispering, not shouting. I'm not in the chaos, I'm in the stillness. And if you would be still long enough, you'd hear what I've been trying to say for so long. I love you. I've never stopped. This isn't the end of your story. This is the chapter where everything shifts. This is the moment when heaven writes a new beginning. But you must say yes, not just with your mouth, but with your life. Yes to surrender. Yes to trust. Yes to following me, even when it's not easy. And I will take that yes, even if it's shaky, even if it's whispered through tears, and I will do more with it than you could ever imagine, because I'm not limited by what limits you. I'm not waiting for perfect conditions. I'm waiting for your willing heart. Right now, in this very moment, heaven is closer than you think. Angels are moving around you. My spirit is wrapping around your soul, restoring what you didn't even know was broken. There are wounds so deep inside of you, even you forgot they were there. But I didn't. I remember every place where you were hurt, every time someone's words cut too deep, every moment you felt unseen and unloved. And I've never stopped planning your healing. I'm going to restore what others damaged, and I'm going to bring beauty out of the ashes you've been carrying for far too long. Comment Amen if you receive healing for your hidden wounds. There's a heaviness on your chest that you've gotten used to. You've called it normal. You've learned how to function with it, but it was never meant to stay. That's not how I created you to live. I didn't breathe life into your lungs so you could barely survive every day. I gave you breath so you could walk in joy, peace, and purpose. The weight you've been carrying of regret, anxiety, pressure, and fear, I'm asking you to give it to me now. I want you to live free. But I won't force it out of your hands. I won't rip the burden from you. I'll wait, as I always have, for you to surrender it willingly. You keep asking me for strength, but the strength you need comes through surrender, not striving. Stop trying to fix everything on your own. You were never meant to carry this alone. I've been waiting, arms open, heart ready, to take what's been breaking you and trade it for something holy. You've asked, why is life so hard? Why doesn't it get better? But the truth is, many of the things you struggle with are not from me. Some came from decisions made in pain. Some came from the wrong people. And some came from battles you never invited but were forced to fight anyway. But now I'm inviting you into rest, not the kind that just means taking a break, but the kind that means stepping into my peace that guards your heart and mind. That kind of rest doesn't depend on what's happening around you. It comes from me. Comment 222 if you're ready to trade, striving for surrender. I am rebuilding your faith, piece by piece. Some of you have been running on empty spiritually. You've been attending things, hearing messages, but your heart hasn't felt alive in a long time. I see that, and I'm not angry about it. I'm not disappointed in you. I miss you. I miss your openness. I miss your hunger. And right now, I'm pouring fresh oil over your spirit. A new anointing, a new fire. I'm reigniting what life tried to extinguish. You're not just someone who made it through hard times. You're someone I've handpicked to carry light in dark places. That's why the battle has been so intense. The enemy doesn't fight what doesn't threaten him. And you, my child, are a threat to every lie, every stronghold, and every chain he's tried to use in your family, your mind, your history. But the cycle ends with you. It ends here. You will not pass down what I've already broken. You are not just fighting for your own freedom. You are standing for your children, your future, your legacy. This is not about survival anymore. This is about victory, not by your strength, but by mine. Not because you are perfect, but because you are mine. I don't bless people based on performance. I bless them based on position. And you're in position right now, your heart open, your spirit reaching. That's all I need to move. You've been walking through a season that felt like silence, like I wasn't there. But sometimes I am the quiet in the chaos, not the loud wind or the fire. Like I showed Elijah, my voice isn't always where you expect, but I'm always there. And this whole time, even in the silence, I've been guiding every step. Every delay had a reason. Every no was protection. Every closed door was mercy. And every weight was building something in you that couldn't be formed in comfort. You may not understand everything right now, but understanding is not a requirement for trust. I'm not asking you to figure it out. I'm asking you to follow me. Just take one step, and I'll show you the next. You don't need the full picture. You just need the faith to move forward even when it's blurry. I go before you. I walk beside you. I've already cleared the way. Why are 55 countries using the same mysterious money script? Because a leaked research file just exposed a 9-word pattern that activates wealth-attracting pathways in the brain. Repeat it daily and watch money flow like water into your life. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. My grace is still holding you together. You think you're weak because you're tired, but tired doesn't mean defeated. You've been pressing through, even with questions, even with pain, and I'm proud of you for that. I'm not the kind of God who's waiting for you to fail. I'm cheering you on. I'm strengthening you, even now. There are people in your life who don't see how hard you've fought just to stay standing, but I do. and heaven honors the fight in you. Do not believe the voice that says, "It's too late." That's a lie. Nothing is too far gone when I'm involved. I specialize in resurrection. I'm not intimidated by dead things. I bring them back to life. And I'm about to resurrect some things in your heart: joy, passion, purpose, dreams, things you buried because you didn't think you were worthy of them anymore. But I say this: what I placed in you is still alive, and I'm calling it forward. There is a river of grace flowing over you now. You can't earn it, you just receive it. You're washed clean. You're not who you used to be. You're not what they called you. You are forgiven. You are made new. My mercy rewrites your story from this point on. You don't have to carry the weight of what you did. You just have to carry my name now. And that name, Jesus, is enough to silence every accusation, every shame, every curse that ever tried to follow you. You've felt forgotten. You've asked, "God, why does it feel like nothing changes no matter how hard I try?" And I want to answer that clearly, because your breakthrough is not about your effort, it's about your surrender. This is not something you will force into existence. This is something you will receive when you let go. Let go of what you think it should look like. Let go of your timeline. Let go of the plan you created when you were afraid. Let go and watch me do what only I can do. Comment Amen if you're choosing to let go and let God take over. I have not been punishing you. I've been preparing you. If you only knew what I was getting you ready for, you wouldn't be begging me to take the pressure away. The pressure has purpose. The delay has purpose. The silence has purpose. You are not behind. You are not off track. You are exactly where I need you to be for what I'm about to release over your life. But I need your heart to be ready. And that's what I've been doing, getting your heart back in position. You lost yourself for a while. You got caught up trying to survive, trying to stay afloat, trying to keep your world from falling apart. And you did what you had to do, I know that. But now I'm calling you back to who you were before the pain, before the pressure, before you forgot that you are not just someone going through life. You are someone carrying my presence. You have my spirit in you. That's not a small thing. That's not something weak or fragile. That's power, resurrection power. The kind of power that makes demons tremble, the kind of power that breaks generational curses, heals broken hearts, and restores everything the enemy stole. You're not powerless. You just haven't been reminded lately of what lives inside of you. I'm reminding you now. Comment 1111 if you know the Spirit of God still lives in you. You've wondered why things felt off. Why the people you once leaned on feel distant now. Why what used to bring comfort now feels empty. That's because I'm doing a new thing. I'm taking you higher. And when I lift you, not everything and not everyone can come with you. Don't fight for what I've released you from. Don't try to fix what I've already removed. It's not rejection, it's redirection. You prayed for me to lead you, and this is what it looks like. Sometimes I have to clear the space so you can see me again. You were depending on others for what only I can give. You were looking for stability in unstable places, and when they failed you, your faith started to wobble. But listen to me now. I am not like them. I do not change. I do not walk away. I do not forget my promises. If I said I would do it, I will. If I called you, I will equip you. If I started something in you, I will finish it. You've been surviving, but I'm calling you to thrive. Not because everything around you will be easy, but because everything within you will be anchored in me. You're going to wake up with peace again. You're going to walk through the day with purpose again. You're going to sleep with joy again. Not because the storm is gone, but because you know who is in the storm with you, and that changes everything. There is something sacred about your brokenness. You don't see it yet, but even in your pain, I've been using your life as a light for others. Your endurance, your quiet faith, your ability to show up when everything in you wanted to disappear, heaven has recorded it all. Nothing has been wasted, not one tear, not one prayer, not one moment of obedience when no one else saw. It's all counted, and now the harvest is near. You're going to start seeing things break open, slowly at first, and then suddenly. What was stuck will begin to move. What felt cold will feel warm again. What you gave up on will come back to life. You will see it. You will taste and see that I am good, not just in other people's lives, but in yours. Because I am not just the God of the crowd, I am the God of the one. And right now, I'm with you, just you and me. This isn't hype, this is holy. This is not emotion, this is encounter. I am meeting you in this space and calling you back to identity. You are my child, my beloved, not a failure, not a disappointment, not broken beyond repair. You are not a mistake. You are not too far gone. You are still mine, and I still have more for you. What secret did the FBI hide about your brain and money? They discovered a phrase just 9 words long that flips a switch in your mind to attract wealth without effort. It's already changed the lives of thousands of people in just weeks. If you're seeing this, you're lucky. The page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. I'm calling you to walk in confidence, not in yourself, but in me. When you know who your Father is, you stop living like an orphan. You stop begging for scraps. You stop chasing things that drain your soul. You start walking in peace, in purpose, in power. Because you know who holds your life, and you know He is good. So stop second-guessing. Stop apologizing for being chosen. Stop shrinking to make others comfortable. I didn't call you to fit in. I called you to rise. And you are rising. Even now, even if you don't feel it, something in you is shifting. The enemy wanted you stuck, but I've declared forward motion. You're walking out of that place of fear. You're walking out of shame. You're walking out of confusion. And you're walking into clarity, courage, and calling. This is your moment. Not a temporary emotional spark, but a lasting spiritual change. And all I need from you is your yes. Just your yes. I will take care of the rest. I will open the doors. I will light the path. I will remove the wrong people and send the right ones. I will provide. I will sustain. Just say yes. Even if it's trembling, even if you're afraid, even if you don't know what happens next, say yes. You need to understand the weight of this moment. I am fighting for you. There is a battle in the heavens over your life, over your destiny, over your purpose. The enemy wanted to steal it while you were weary. He thought if he could get you tired enough, discouraged enough, distracted enough, you would forfeit the blessing I've been preparing for you. But you didn't give up. You didn't scroll away. You didn't shut me out. That alone is a victory in the spirit. You are still here, and that tells me your heart still belongs to me. I know you felt overlooked, but I never missed a single moment. I saw you choosing kindness when it wasn't returned. I saw you pushing through when everything inside you wanted to stop. I saw you give out of your lack. I saw you forgive people who never apologized. I saw you pray when no one else was watching. I saw you worship with tears streaming down your face, and none of it was in vain. I will reward what you thought went unseen. Comment Amen if you believe God has never taken His eyes off you. You've been crying out for me to move, and I hear you. But I need you to understand this. Sometimes I delay the answer because I'm more interested in forming your heart than fixing your situation. It's not that I enjoy watching you struggle, never. But I care more about who you become in me than how fast you get what you asked for. I'm building a deep well in you, the kind of strength that doesn't crumble when life shakes you. I'm not rushing your process, I'm purifying your foundation. I am bringing you back to the core of who you are. Not the version you've built to survive. Not the mask you wear to protect yourself. I'm talking about the you I designed before the pain ever touched you. The one I knit together in your mother's womb. The one I called chosen before anyone ever labeled you broken. That's the person I'm restoring. That's the identity I'm awakening. The real you, the one made in my image. You've asked me to break the cycle in your life, and that's exactly what I'm doing. But cycles don't just break in the natural, they break in the spirit first. That's why you felt like everything is shifting. That's why certain things that used to feel comfortable now feel heavy. I'm disrupting what the enemy tried to normalize. The chaos, the anxiety, the patterns of defeat, those are not your inheritance. I'm rewriting the script. You are not bound by what your parents went through. You are not trapped by the things you used to struggle with. You are stepping into freedom. Comment 777 if you believe the cycle ends with you. Freedom isn't always loud. Sometimes it starts in small decisions, waking up and choosing not to give in to the same thoughts. Saying no to the same voices that always told you you'll never change. Choosing faith over fear, even when fear screams louder. That's how you shift atmospheres. That's how you take back ground. And I am walking with you through every step of it. You don't have to be strong every day. I am your strength. You don't have to have the answers. I am your wisdom. You don't have to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. I already carried the cross so you wouldn't have to. And because of that cross, there is now no condemnation for those who are in Christ Jesus. That means you. The shame you've been holding on to, it's not yours anymore. The guilt that keeps replaying your worst moments, I've already covered them in my blood. You are forgiven, not temporarily. Fully. This is the moment where everything can change, not because your life instantly becomes perfect, but because you stop living like you're defeated. You were never created to walk around broken and afraid. You are a child of the King. You are royalty. And when you finally start living like you believe that, everything shifts. The way you speak, the way you pray, the way you walk into rooms. Not with arrogance, but with holy confidence. I want to teach you how to walk again, not just physically, but spiritually. How to walk in step with my spirit. How to follow my lead even when the road looks unfamiliar. How to hear my voice above the noise of this world. I'm not asking you to be perfect. I'm asking you to be willing to let me in. Willing to trust me, even when it costs you something. Willing to say yes, even when the next step is unclear, because my plans for you are not small. They never were. I have more for you than you've dared to dream. But I need your obedience. I need your heart. You can't walk in fullness while still holding on to fragments of your old life. That's why I've been asking you to let go of the old habits, the old mindsets, the old wounds. They can't come with you where I'm taking you. And I know it's hard, but I'm not leaving you to do it alone. A neuroscientist says yes. A 9-word script, long buried in government files, can fire up a prehistoric brainwave that pulls money in faster. This breakthrough is already under legal pressure and could disappear any second. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. I've surrounded you with my protection. There are battles you never even saw because I shielded you. There are things that were set against you that fell apart before they ever touched you. Not because of luck, because of my hand. I've placed angels around you. I've gone before you. And now I'm inviting you to walk into the fullness of what I've prepared. This next season will not look like the last. What felt like delay was actually alignment. What felt like rejection was redirection. What looked like loss was clearing the way. I'm not just restoring what you lost, I'm giving you better, more peace, deeper joy, stronger relationships, clearer purpose. But above all, I'm giving you more of me.